It's been a while, I know. Sorry about that. It's been a hot minute since I've posted anything on this channel, but believe me, I think the wait is going to be worth it. I'm coming to you right now from a pioneer town, which is the Old West set in Southern California. There's a concert venue here. Kendra and I are on the first test run with the new Transit. That's right. We bought a Transit 2021. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And I've been upfitting it, building it out with all foam. Well, not all foam, but mostly foam. And we're gonna have a build series coming at you pretty soon, covering all the steps of the build, the foam stuff, the not foam stuff, the water, the solar, the electrical, the lighting, all the things. And there's going to be some other drama involved with the build that will, I don't want no spoiler alerts on that. I don't want to spoil anything. So yeah, what I'm here to do right now is just give you a little introduction of what you can expect over the next year plus of the channel. So way more foam cabinetry, way more van life build videos, some van vlog, travel vlog style stuff of all the places that we're going to be going. We're going to be traveling for a year, circumnavigating North America, the United States and Canada mostly. And yeah, we're going to be posting one build video per week starting in about a month. So look for the premiere of that. There'll be a trailer, a little teaser, and one of those premiere things that they do on the YouTubes. And yeah, I've already shot enough content, I think, for, a weekly release for at least 6 months, if not a year, to cover all the build stuff that I did here. That's about half finished right now. It's completely built, but the finishings are not on. For example, the awning is not on there yet, which probably would have been a good idea since we were coming down into the Southern California desert. But you only get so many things done. It always takes longer than you think it's going to take, etc. But yeah, let's without giving away too much, let's just kind of go through what's coming up in the build series, and I'll also give you a sneak peek at what the vlog thing is the travel vlog thing is going to look like when it comes out, using some of the footage that I got on this trip so far. So let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, I guess we should talk about the vehicle itself, the van, the base platform that I'm building on here. That's going to be the Ford Transit 350, T350. The T just stands for Transit, I think, as opposed to the F350 truck. It's all-wheel drive, which means poorer gas mileage, but more ability to drive over things, not get stuck in snow or sand, even pull people out of the sand when they make bad driving decisions like they did earlier on this trip. Yeah. It's got the EcoBoost engine, which I think just means it has a turbo. Then it is the long wheelbase, extended, which just means that it has more hanging off behind the back tires than other rigs. And then it is the high top. It's the tallest one they make. And then we've got the dual rear wheels. We've got dual rear wheels. It's a dually for towing capacity and also weight in the back. It's got the heavy duty tow package on it. This is going to be replacing our big Homestead Ford F350 truck. So yeah, we needed to have the towing capacity, Probably not going to be using the towing capacity on the year-long road trip, but you never know. Maybe I'm going to build a foam trailer to go behind this once we decide we don't have enough room. Once we decide we want to move these two ginormous dogs out of the van and into some other, just throw them in the trailer, maybe. We'll see. As far as like additional features on the vehicle, I mean, it was a cargo van, so no windows except for the three in the front, the driver's and the passenger's windows, the windshield, and then it had 2 glass windows in the back doors. Added those windows, as you see. Other things, it has its own inverter built into it for an outlet under the passenger seat. It's a piece of crap. We'll talk about that later. So that wasn't really that big of a deal. I don't know. It's got cruise control. It's got that, AC and heat. Whatever. We'll talk about those other features later. Pretty much, it's just a stock cargo van beyond that. As for the upfitting of the vehicle, we're going to go with a standard bed platform, raised bed platform in the back, supported by foam, by the way. We'll talk about that in a minute. Garage below, and then a aisleway up to the cab with the sink on one side and the stove on the other side. Pretty standard as far as that goes. Pretty non-standard as far as the structure of that. We're doing a solar system, all electric. We're not doing any propane other than a secondary Coleman stove style grill that we're going to have for a secondary cooktop. No oven, no microwave, just a induction stovetop. We're going to have hot and cold running water in the sink, and we're going to have a shower out the back, an outdoor shower for rinsing off when you go to the beach, or for actually taking a shower, whether that's in a campground in your swimsuit or out in the middle of nowhere in your birthday suit. Then as far as the windows and other holes that we had to cut, we've got windows front and back like you see here on both sides. Then up top we've got a max air fan, and then I put in a big hatch, a very large hatch, screen and blackout curtain light, LED light involved there. LED dimmables all the way through for the lighting, and then some other specialty things like the hot water we're doing via a calorifier. We'll talk about that later, but basically I'm going to heat my water by driving the car using the coolants or the radiator system of the vehicle. Solar electric wise, we were doing the inverter, and we're doing a panel, one big panel on top, special panel, talk about it later, DC to DC charging, and then we're also having the shore power for plugging in to campgrounds or friends' homes when we're visiting them. Got all of that engineered by Light Harvest Solar in Portland. Really good quality, really good customer service. We'll talk more about that whole system and why I went with the parts that I went with on a build video in the future. Now, as for the foam, what do I mean when I say it's all foam? Because it's not all foam. There's a lot of other things going into it, but what I mean is that the structural elements are all made of foam, with a few tiny exceptions. I have a couple of situations where I used plywood, either just crappy plywood or like a nice birch plywood. For a few structural elements, those are the ones, the only reason I made those exceptions was that I needed to cut big holes in them, or I needed to screw a bunch of things into them. And in those two situations where they're going to be full of holes for drawers or cabinets or whatever, or when you have to screw a bunch of things into them, like mounting the entire solar electric system on the wall, other than those situations, the entire structural aspect of the van is using the foam. Now, I don't need this build to be ultra lightweight. That's not the only reason that I'm doing it. I do want it to be lightweight, saves me on a little bit of gas mileage, but it's also for the insulation aspect of it, and it's really easy to work with once you get used to the building concept. And I've developed a few techniques. I'm able to now mount heavy-duty drawer slides into the foam and have quite a bit of weight tweaking on that foam without having any problems as far as that goes. That'll all be covered in a later video, build-wise. So that's enough about the rig for now. Let's take a break here and get into some of the travel vlog style footage that I want to share with you guys as we go on this trip for the next year. And for those situations, I'm not gonna do the David Attenborough nature film thing, or the all the cool places that the hipsters are hanging out. Mostly just gonna be like some slow TV style panoramas, and talking about the lesser known places that we're going to be visiting. So, I've been inspired by a few other creators on YouTube to add in some just chill interludes or little segments that are laid back, nature scenes, and I want to bring that into some of these videos on my channel. So let's go to some of those real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the road trip plan, maybe a little bit why Kendra and I decided to sell our house, move away from the homesteading lifestyle, and take a year on the road. So yeah.
Here's a little overview of our trip so far. So we left from Northern California and went down to Montaña de Oro, which is a state park in California near Morro Bay. Got some beach time in, then a brief layover at a campsite in the San Bernardino Mountains with some friends, and now we're here at Pioneer Town, which is a movie set for Old West films, for a few concerts, a few sunsets, and some nice desert scenery. We even got the pleasure at our first show with Big Thief to see a lunar eclipse.
So I guess all that's left to talk about now is why. Why would we pack up our 1,800 square foot plus home, homestead, with another 2,000 square feet of storage under roofs, and move into, I don't know, like 160 or 180 square feet in a van and live there for a year? Good question. I guess there's a lot of different reasons that would take forever to explain here. First of all, after 12 years of homesteading, we were ready for a little break, a little change of pace. We thought about just toning things down on the homestead and then staying there. But the climate is changing. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's getting hotter where we lived, and the fire dangers and everything like that were making it unreasonable to expect that we would be able to live comfortably in that geographic location for the rest of our lives. We had 70 full wildland dispatches for fires within 10 miles of our house this last summer, and the fire season lasts 9 months. You are always worrying, and it's just not a good time. So we decided that we wanted to make a geographical move and maybe a lifestyle change. We're not sure about the lifestyle change. We're at the top of a real estate market right now, and we're not really excited about buying in that market. We're fine with selling in that market, but we don't want to buy in that market. We haven't been able to travel around and see our friends and family all over the country as much as we would prefer to. So it all seemed to make sense to take some of the proceeds from selling the house, buy the van, and make it nice. Then we can also use that van for, a transitionary place to stay when we do buy property or are fixing up our next house or something along those lines, as well as obviously just using it to travel around. So that's kind of the why we are doing this. And I guess finally and then I'll give you a little tour of what it looks like right now. But I guess finally the where. Basically, we're gonna head up the western coast and into Canada. Probably be bouncing back and forth between Canada and the United States, depending on what's going on with the Canadian border crossing rules and regs as far as COVID tests and all of this stuff. It's all in flux right now, so we'll have to see. And then to the eastern Canada, way up into Nova Scotia and Labrador, hopefully. And then down in the fall through the New England states and the East Coast. And then to see some friends and family in Florida for the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. After that, not really sure. We're going to be looking for new places to live. We're going to be seeing a bunch of friends. So once we get to Christmas, we're not really sure what we're going to do next. But yeah, that's kind of a sketch of where we think we'll be traveling. So yeah, I guess before I do the last little tour here with you and show you around the messiness that the half-finished van is right now, watch for the premiere and the build series that's coming up. Like and subscribe if you haven't already somehow and you're seeing this. Suggest it to other people who might be thinking about doing some foam cabinetry or building out a van. Yeah, give me some feedback on the ideas that are coming up for the travel vlog styles or the what kind of stuff you'd like to see on the build. Like I said, I've got most of them shot already and some rough edits going for some of them. But yeah, give me some down in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see or what you're looking forward to. And yeah, here's a tour of the half-finished van. Oh, the van's name is Falkor. If you don't know that name, then you need to go watch The Never-Ending Story. Falkor is a luck dragon in The Never-Ending Story, and he's white and has floppy ears. Kind of looks like that thing. But also some famous Falkor quotes are never give up and good luck will find you. And then the other one that we like is that having a luck dragon with you is the only way to go on a quest. So yeah, let's take a tour. Okay, this is gonna have to be very brief and yeah, I mean it's a mess in here and I don't want to give away too much. So those seats spin around, refrigerator, drawers, no drawer fronts yet, composting toilet in there, closet up here, got a dual basin sink here, lagoon table, some pantry shelves without their fronts right now. We've got this induction cooktop action here, and then some spices, some welcome homes, and then we have the bed area back there, and then the dog bed area down here. Some more drawers to come here, and yeah, I think that's about it. Let's check out the garage. Like you already saw, we have the slide out cooler here, some specialty storage up there, and the whole solar electrical mess over there. Some bins for storage, that secondary cooktop I was talking about, the water tank back there, a hamper, the shower controls, some other messes, and then the water fill and shower storage in the drawer. That pretty much wraps it up for us on the tour, and it wraps it up for us here in Pioneer Town. It was a pretty nice place to stay. It's a little horse smelly, but yeah, we're gonna throw these chairs in the back of the van, and we're on to the next spot. We'll see you next time.